Hey friends. Well, day 2 of our spring break here in Tucson. We have one more day left and then we drive home. And something is showing up for me that it's kind of an interesting feeling because I spend a lot of time. I feel like I spend I'm fortunate to spend a lot of time with my family. I get to see my daughter every day. We have a fair amount of really direct contact. We have this incredible musical relationship that I've spoken about many times on this post. And I have a good amount of time with my partner, with my wife. We could have a little more one-on-one time for us to just hang out, as any busy couple could probably afford to have. But overall, we do pretty well. And there's nothing like being on a break like this and simply having every single minute of the day together, from the moment we all wake up, through every moment of our day. I mean, the only time I am not together is if, I'm in the hot tub and they're in the pool for 5 to 7 minutes before one or the other of us comes over and rejoins the other group. It's unbroken family time. And there's something incredibly special about that. It's not the same as the time that I get ordinarily, which is incredible, but there's just a deeper level. There's just something that happens where it's like our consciousnesses merge, our psyches merge, and we get to have this, it's a weird analogy, but it's almost like we go into a video game of each other's presence, of each other's interaction. We're just completely in each other's world in a way. I mean, it's like I spend the whole day. There's something that happens when two psyches meet. I've noticed this for a long time. I think it's actually it's an underappreciated phenomenon. How much the presence of another person's psyche affects us. How much we enter into that space, and it's mutual. It's not the same. One person doesn't just step into the other person's psyche. Both people create a new space, and it's a space that only exists between those two people. It's a remarkable phenomenon, this we space. I've heard people speak about this. I've heard kind of researcher types, but I've also heard spiritual teachers talk about this kind of the we space, the space of mutual. It's interiority as a plurality. It's not the same as my interiority, my own psyche, my own view of the world. Something changes in my psyche and in my view of the world when I am sharing a space with another human being. And and that impact is happening anytime we connect with another human being, but it happens particularly powerfully when it's a close relationship, or when it's just a relationship where the other person, both people, really open up into each other. And oh my God, having that level of connection with my family is just the most remarkable thing in the world. It's just the most incredible experience. And I notice, because in some ways, when you spend enough time around a 5-year-old or any child, there's a thing that happens. It's like I start to see the world through her eyes is such a cliche, and it kind of describes what I mean, but it's almost more that my own awareness of myself, my own impulse, and my own description of the world becomes, it's like it goes into service to help facilitate her growing, her understanding. And I don't really even do it on purpose. It just kind of happens. It just sort of, but it's incredible. It's incredible to feel, and it's having days on end like this really sort of creates something that's pretty unusual for me. It's even with the amount of contact that I feel like I have in my regular, like the routine of my regular life, this is something special. And I think, in many ways, it's why children, especially, adults too, but especially young people, so look forward to vacations. Because we get to just play with each other. We get to just get up in the morning and go somewhere and play and explore and be together. We just get to be together. And I was watching Katie and Annalise this morning. We went to this coffee shop, got some coffee, hanging out. I was walking around a little bit, just exploring the place. They were in a room. It was a very cool little coffee shop. Had couches everywhere and typewriters. Clearly their theme was like typewriters and writing and writers. But I left the room for a little while, came back. They're just sitting on the couch, just laughing, just laughing with each other. And I just found myself so grateful for this time. And what comes out in me is really kind of welcome is a sense of playfulness. It's like I get to be playful, or I get to feel my own playfulness more intensely than usual. I get to just be there. And that's not a critique of how I usually am, or a kind of a lament. I'm not lamenting my usual state, which is also pretty playful. But there's just something about that unbrokenness of the time. Just morning till night. We still play a little violin. We still do the things. We still, maintain some of our routines and disciplines. I still do my yoga every day. I still do my video post every day. It's not that everything goes out the window. It just means there's a level of connectedness to each other. She told me last night, Annalise did, she said, I'm gonna miss you next time you go away. And I don't have immediate plans to go away. I have a couple of short trips planned in the next several months. But what an amazing space to be in, that's what she thought to say. So that's where I am today, folks. I noticed that the hot tub and the cold plunge are just sort of like wringing the tension out of me, and I'm just in this space. Unbroken family time. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great day. See you soon.